Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, December 4th, 2018, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I am showing you the long view of the Dow Jones Industrial Average again, with over here this um, spike, downside spike. It took place on October 28th, which I am still calling the low of the correction. But you can look at this unbelievably wild roller coaster motion, and we got no relief today. The Dow dramatically fell 800 points today. So yesterday I said, I was almost absolutely certain with the close up here that we would not take out this low over here. Today I'm still fairly sure of that, but not quite as certain. 800 points is a pretty big fall. The other flip side of coin of this was done in pretty thin volume, and there were two or three of the Dow stocks were really getting hammered today, and that may have exaggerated this move. But regardless, it was a pretty big plunge. I kind of checked around the pundits, the so-called stock experts have a whole array of reasons for this. Probably none of them make any sense, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, for a day that the Dow fell 800 points, we did pretty well, honestly. We had about 11, 12 stocks coming into today. No, more like 10 or 11 stocks anyway, coming into today. We closed those out with negative 1,200. Pretty small loss there. Surprisingly enough, we got into two new positions today. One was positive, one was negative, and we're carrying positive $3,500. So on balance, at least on paper, it looks like we made a little money today, which is a formidable accomplishment on a day that the Dow plunges 800 points. I will show you here three of the interesting stocks that we were trading today. This first one is Laboo, which is the biotech bull. And of course, our portfolio is just full of biotech stocks. Fortunately, we didn't really have any of those coming in, or if we did, we got out of them right away. But you can see here what happened. We bought the biotech bull yesterday, closed with a small profit, and then it popped up just a tiny little bit this morning, and we got out of that with $1,400 profit. Unbelievable. And look what happened the rest of the day after we got out. This thing fell $10 today, from about $58 down to $48. And you can well imagine what our losses would have been had we been a buy and hold type of people and hanging on to that. But we're not. We got out about as good as we could today, and actually made a little money on a stock that just totally tanked today. Another one here that we did fairly well on. This is Fossil, not an energy stock. It's a fashion design company. We had bought this on Friday on a pop-up, closed against us, but had a good run yesterday, so we hung on to it, and we got out just slightly worse than where it closed yesterday, and we took $2,300 out of Fossil, so that was nice. And then finally, this was the moneymaker today, and no, um, it's obvious why it was a moneymaker. This is SOX, SOXS, which is a semiconductor bear. In other words, when a stock like AMD, which we were also trading today, by the way, we made $27 in AMD today because we bailed out of it right at the beginning. Uh, that just tanked almost as bad as Lebu did. And this stock, SOX, which is a semiconductor bear, would be expected to move inversely to a stock like AMD, and that's exactly what happened today. Anyway, we bought this, the gap up this morning, got in right away, and it kept moving there very nicely, and we are actually holding positive $4,000 in SOX going into the next trading day. Okay, the next trading day, because of President Bush's death, the stocks will not trade tomorrow on Wednesday. So we have a trading holiday inserted into the middle of this week. And I kind of think that might have contributed to that fall with the Dow. I do not know that for sure. But regardless, I'll be back here on Thursday and we'll see how it goes. Trader Bob signing off.